Friday night in Northampton. And that is what's happening, obviously, but it's so much bigger than that to us these days, because when you're young and everything's just happening really fast, you get to the point where you kind of take things for granted, even if you don't mean to. And so when everything kind of fell apart and we couldn't get shows anymore, it really kind of became this impossibility that we would ever be able to go back out on the road and play shows that were sold out with nice crowds that wanted to be there. And so the crowds were still there, and things have really been growing, and people are understanding kind of what we're trying to do with our music. And so even though this is just a regular show on a Friday night, to us it's a real moment of redemption and power, and something that we do not take lightly or for granted anymore. And so it really means a lot to us to just be standing here in our own two pairs of shoes tonight. And that happens, you know, when you go through something really hard and then you find your way out of it, all of a sudden your perspective has changed so much. And I really think that's why we have to go through hard things. And you know, our hard things involved a lawsuit that we were under from someone who was once our friend. The lawsuit led us into bankruptcy, and then right as we filed bankruptcy, we got dropped from our record label. So it was a great year, really good year. And I know that our situation is pretty specific to us, but I imagine that in a room of people like this, there are probably at least some of you who are dealing with something really hard right now. And it may not be a lawsuit or bankruptcy or getting dropped from a record label, but it's still tough because you're a person. And I just want to kind of take a minute to be serious and tell you that from two people who walked into the darkness and had to fight really hard to find the light again, we just want to give you this little push to keep going, because even if you can't see the other side, we truly believe that what's waiting there for you is way better than you could ever dream. It has been for us, and we think that's true for you too. So this entire record is we decided to name our whole album after this particular song, and so it's called You Don't Own Me Anymore.